Have you ever thought, hmm, the Hunger Games would make a great visual novel? Well, if you have, allow me to introduce to you Scarlet's Hunt by Soft Poison Studio. Scarlet's Hunt is a dark romance survival, psychological drama visual novel game promoted to me with vibes like those of Demon Heart, Virce Evermore, Pure Fure, Touch Starved, Even if Tempest, and Obscura. Quite a few of those are actually titles I've played and really enjoyed, so to hear that this game had similar vibes was really exciting. In Scarlet Hunt, you play as a slave who by default is named Robin. The demo follows Robin and her two friends as they work to survive day by day in one of the many enslavement camps in a world ruled by vampires. Hot vampires. Mmm. The three of them one day find out that their camp has been chosen to select contestants who will be forced to participate in the Hunger Games as cunts, where prominent vampires will have a field day chasing after human prey. Fun. For them, not us. As you can imagine, escape is unlikely, but in the small chance you do escape, you will be allowed your freedom and no longer be considered a slave. However, if you don't escape, in my opinion, best case, you earn their favor and become their servant/plaything. Worst case, well, you die. Yummy snack. Vampire snack. Let me tell you a bit about the characters. So, Robin, who is our MC, could be considered by some to be a bit prickly. In my opinion, due to their situation, she chooses to have a more pessimistic mindset and keep people at a bit of a distance as a sort of, self-preservation method. She may put on a tough front and come off as a bit cold, but I can tell she does care for her friends, even if she won't admit it out loud. Next, there's Ari, who takes the role of the optimist in this trio of friends. Ari is a very attractive young man who, as previously stated, plays the role of the positive goofy character, always working to put a bright spin on their bleak situation. And lastly, we have Nala. She's kind of like a sweet sisterly girl who wants to believe that hope still exists, and who looks up to the MC. While she could be considered a bit naive, she's the type who makes you feel like you want to protect her. Anyway, today I'm here with a developer to gain a deeper insight into the game's creation and into the creator herself. There we go. All right, so yes, thank you very much for being here.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. It's really nice. I look forward to this.
To start off, do you want to tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So, hi, my name is Tres. Originally, I'm from Poland, but right now I live in Norway. As for my background, I studied biology and ecology and conservation, but then I switched to art. So right now, for about a year or so, I've been a video game developer. And I suppose that's what brings us here.
That's neat. That's neat. One of the interesting things I saw is that you were saying that this is your first solo game as a developer, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
How are you feeling about that?
Um, honestly, it feels good. I mean, it's a lot of tough work, and I think until you actually try to do a solo project like this, when you have to wear so many hats, like you just don't realize how much work goes into this. But at the same time, it's really, really, really fulfilling. And it's an incredible feeling to have something out there that you can say is just your own, you know?
I do want to say something. I find solo devs really, really amazing because I can't even imagine like doing all that work, all the work that goes into a game, and have the amount of patience it takes to you know, create what you're making.
Yeah, it can be a struggle. Uh, it is a lot of work. Um, but you know, it has positives to it. You don't have to fight over creative control with anyone. But yeah, it is a lot of work, and since it's my first time really making a proper game like this, it's also a lot of learning, and like all the little skills that you didn't know you have to do it, you suddenly need to learn all that. But in the end, I think it's really
Mhm.
fun.
Can you tell us a bit about the game and what inspired its creation?
uh yeah, so Scarlet Hunt, I like to call it a dark romance, although I know from playing the demo there's not a huge amount of romance. It leans more like just like a more dark survival kind of dystopian story. But in short, I just like to describe it as basically a vampire Hunger Games. As for the creation itself, it's gonna sound really silly, but I actually had a dream that kind of looked like this. And I thought, wow, what a cool dream. I'm gonna make a game out of it.
Oh, that's actually really cool. That's not silly. I just wish I could remember my dreams at all. Like the the weirdest dream I had that could even be made into a game is one where I was in like a spooky Halloween world and everyone was stickers. It didn't
That
make
sounds
any
like a cool
sense.
idea. I mean, it has a potential. It has potential.
Is there a character in the game that you're most proud of or that you feel like most connected to?
Ooh, uh, that's a tough one because I kind of feel like all the characters in the game are like my children in a way. And like when I write them, I feel like I kind of have to like really try to get into their shoes. So when I write individual characters, I feel like in the moment I'm just connected to the character I'm focusing on. Um, I'm just trying to understand, you know, what they're feeling in the moment, given their background and their motivations. Um, but I think so far, you know, the demo itself focuses on this main trio of characters. So our protagonist and her two best friends. So far, I have given the most focus to those characters. And yeah, I can say I'm quite proud of all three, and like how they interact with each other and how they are. But I think like the most special connection, it's probably not surprising, but I would say, you know, the protagonist, the main character, since she's there the most. She's who we view the world through. Um, and in a way, she's the one that we have the most emotional insight into. So I definitely would say, yeah, the main character is the one I would connect to the most.
I try to dress similar. I don't have the exact type of outfits as your characters, but this is kind of the best I could do.
Oh, I like it. I like it. It's so nice. It's so nice that you tried to do that.
I like doing that. That's one of the things I like to do when I play indie games. Which, by the way, talking about the outfits are really cool. Is there anything in your game that you're most looking forward to seeing players experience?
Hmm, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing people experience the game as a whole, but I think like I'm trying to write it to be as engaging as possible. So there's I feel like a lot of drama, some plot twists, some mysteries. So I think overall, I just look forward to seeing how people react emotionally, like uncovering all this and going through the emotions and and all the twists and stuff. Because for me, when I write it, I kind of know where things are going. So to me, when I see the players like discover everything for the first time and like seeing that initial reaction, I love seeing that. Honestly, it reminds me how how the players actually view this experience. And yeah, I've seen already some streams of people reacting live to it, and yeah, I love it all. I love all the reactions, all the comments, all the conspiracy theories. I love it all.
What would you say is your favorite and your least favorite part of game development? And what made you want to get into it in the first place?
Ooh, okay. Mm, I'm gonna start with the last part of this question. So, what made me want to get into it in the first place? I don't know. I always liked video games. I played them for as long as I remember. Um, I didn't tie it to my career at first, but then I kind of realized that, yeah, I think all these experiences that I had thanks to amazing games out there, I would really like to give back to this community in a way. Um, and I would like to be able to provide the same experiences that I had to other people, and to share that, because especially when I was younger, I think video games really helped me get through some tough times in my life. It was kind of like my escape thing. Um, so yeah, I mean, if what I make helps people in any way to get through like a rough day or a rough time in their lives, I'm gonna say that I'm fulfilled. So I think it's just the want to create something like that for others that's really made me go full into this. And other than that, I think it just combines some skills that I already enjoy. So art, which I've been doing for many years, and then writing and coding. It's just all fun. So like being able to use all those skills together, I think it's very much my cup of tea. um, so yeah, I think that also answers what's my favorite part of video game development. It's just being able to combine it all and provide this kind of experience for people. Well, the least favorite parts, I think I would say pressure, but it's kind of a different kind of pressure than you get at a normal job when your boss might get angry at you. It's more like, is this good enough for all those many, many people out there who will be seeing and playing this? So I do find myself often stressing about that. Like, is this good enough for the masses, so to speak? And especially, developing it solo can be just a lot of pressure for like every single aspect of it to be perfect. But that could also just be my perfectionism speaking. But yeah.
I get what you're saying there. I'm very self-critical about my Twitch stuff and my content creator stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have a
Yeah,
boss
so you
here
get it.
to boss me around and tell me I suck, but like I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Um, this one is kind of more a theoretical question.
Mm.
But what would you do if you were to somehow end up in your own game?
Ooh, that's a fun one. I would probably just die. I would probably die first thing.
Not gonna
Um,
put up a
I,
fight?
I mean, I would try to. Probably would just make it worse. Um, well, do we assume that I have the knowledge of the world that I have as the writer, or would I be just clueless?
I would assume you still have the knowledge that it's your own game. So you have the advantage of changing things if you have the ability and the willingness to do it.
Okay, all right, that makes it better. So I don't know. In that case, I would probably know it's kind of a romance atomic game, so I would know that many characters are obligated to fall in love with me eventually, so I would probably try to use it to my advantage to survive.
Find a very attractive man that's very strong and hide behind him the entire time.
Yes, exactly. That's a good strategy. What can go wrong?
I don't have much muscle, so I'm not fit to throw down. I can try, but realistically, I think I need a helping hand. So I did see that you have a Kickstarter planned. Is there a date for that launch?
Um, I don't have an exact date yet. Ideally, I would like it to go sometime this summer, which is quite soon. Um, but I'm trying to just gather a bit more interest first, um, just to make sure that there is enough people following and yeah, interested for that to go smoothly. Um, because again, it's first time I'm dealing with all this, so I don't know how things work, and I just want to prepare well for it. But yeah, I would very much like it to be sometime this summer.
I'm really hoping that this is gonna help that goal. Your game looks really good, so I have hope that you'll have a good amount of
Thank
success when
you.
you launch it. If for anyone who does want to like keep up to date with your stuff, do you want to plug in any social medias that you have?
Um, Honestly, I haven't been using that much social media stuff, but I am on X and I am on Blue Sky, which is just Soft Poison Studio. Scarlet Hunt. It's easy to find, but honestly, the best way to keep up is to follow my Kickstarter pre-launch page, because I think that's the most definitive way to know when things are moving forward. Um, yeah, so right now I'm focusing on that the most. But yeah, Blue Sky and X, I'm there. Not super active right now, but I will post major updates.
All right, okay, that's good to know. Um, yes, is there anything else you want to tell us about the game itself?
Mm, anything
Like,
else?
where'd the whole vampire concept come from? I know you said the Hunger Games in a dream, but
um, honestly, it's hard to know. I think it's probably just like a general culmination of all the media that I consumed in my life. But then again, yeah, I had this kind of weird dream that was kind of like Hunger Games, when people running around and being chased by vampires. So then I was like, oh, vampires! I like vampires, and I like the kind of like dangerous survival, but also with some romance in it. So it's just like, all these elements just click together. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There's no more specifics to it. Just yeah.
what kind of games do you play anyway? Like, can you tell us? I'm just curious.
Yeah. So it's probably not hard to guess. I do play some visual novels, especially Otomes. I haven't played that many recently since I've been focusing on developing more than playing. But yeah, from visual novels, I do like the darker stuff. So, most of the games that you mentioned before, um, like Demon Hearts, stuff like that, I really enjoy. So that's probably also my game is kind of leaning that way, because I just write what I like to read. But other than that, I've always liked um, strategies also, besides visual novels. So strategies, turn-based strategies, roguelikes, tactical games, like more thinky stuff as well. But I play all sorts of things, except like pure horror. That's too scary for me. I can't do that.
I've tried a couple horror games in the past. I still haven't finished any.
Mm.
One of these days, I will. Hmm. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that I can ask you? No, I guess if you could choose any one of your characters to romance, which one would it be? Like, which would be your go-to one to to
Oh
target?
my. Well, it's, I kind of expected this question, but I don't know. I mean, it kind of feels weird because, again, they're all like children to me in a way. Um, so I feel like all of them I created um, as someone appealing to romance, but then as I develop them, as I write them, they become more and more like children. Like, as a writer, I just know way too much about them to keep thinking about them in that way. But I think I think what I would like the types of character I would usually go for would be definitely the 3 vampires that we meet in the demo. So it's Lance and the Count and Lady Nox. I think they all have the kind of personalities that I would probably go for in an otome. But at the same time, again, I am trying to write every character. Well, obviously, I'm trying to write them all well. Hopefully, they are written well. And if a character is written well, then even if it's not the kind of character I would usually go for, I want them to still be appealing to romance, if that makes sense. So, for example, one of the best friends that we meet in the demo, Ari, he's like this kind of wacky, goofy jokester character, and personally, I would normally not go for these type of characters, but that's just motivated me even more to write him in an appealing enough way for even me to be potentially interested in romancing him. So yeah, it's maybe I went a bit off topic here, but yeah, that's how I see this.
Oh no. Okay. I'm excited to meet these 3 vampires that you're talking about. I guess with that said, I guess we can probably start loading up the game.